Hello, friend. My name is Sam Bankole. I have a message for you that is titled, Enough is Enough. Bible says, and they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples, and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. Mark 10:46. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Verse 47. And many charged him that he should hold his peace, but he cried the more, a great deed, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Verse 48. I would like to tell us a story. Once upon a time, when I was much younger in age, I have a cousin that I am a bit older than. I so much feared him to the extent that anytime he slapped me, I dare not raise up my hand to slap him back. So he did this for over 12 years. But one day, I said to myself, enough is enough of his bullies. And I made up my mind that anytime he gets slapped me, surely to turn mine. Lo and behold, one day there was an argument that occurred between two of us. Before I said any Jack Robinson, he gave me a dirty slap to the point that my eyes were seeing stars. So I don't just know where the boldness and confidence in me just came from. I made sure I returned him a hotter slap back, and I beat him to the point that till today he dare not slap me again as usual. So that is how right decision delivered me from my cousin's tyranny and his intimidation. When do you cry, enough is enough? Like blind Bartimaeus, when you discover that oppression is starting too long in your life. When you are witnessing unusual limitation in your life, you shout, enough is enough. When your journey of 40 days is now turning to 40 years journey, you have to cry, enough is enough. When a man says, enough is enough, what he is saying, it is time for a change in my life. I can't cope with my bad situation again. I can't cope with this frustration again. I can't cope with this backwardness again. I can't cope with this delay again. I can't cope with this barrenness again. I can't cope with being single again when others are married. So there's a time of enduring pains, and there's a time to say enough is enough. If you have been coping or tolerating a situation that is giving you sleepless nights, today you have to make up your mind and say enough is enough. So the only thing that can inspire enough is enough is you have to be tired of your present situation, like the lepers at the gate of Samaria. Even when people say to you, don't worry, continue to cope with your frustration, with your bad luck, with your reproach and shame, you have to tell them enough is enough. I cannot cope any longer. I have to cry to God. Einstein parable of quantum insanity says, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You are suffering. You have to collect food on debt before you eat. When Bible says Jesus Christ was rich, but because of you and I, he became poor that he might become rich through his poverty. And you are not tired of that condition and seek God's face for a change. It is totally called demonic. Bible says, and many charged him that he should hold his peace, but he cried the more, a great deal. Thou son of David, have mercy on me. The blind man knew it was the enemy that bound him with sight blindness in order to destroy his destiny, in order to manipulate his destiny. Maybe he was supposed to be a lawyer or a doctor by destiny, but Satan interchanged it with blindness so that his life will be meaningless, useless, and miserable in life. Satan said, if I make him blind, let me see how he will become a lawyer or a doctor in future. Despite the fact that the crowd tried to silence Bartimaeus, he kept on crying for help. He kept on saying, enough is enough to my blindness. Are you crying for help right now? Are you telling God that you are tired of your present situation? Or are you just playing along with that your situation? Are you playing along with it? When are you going to be tired of it? When are you going to cry upon God? So, glory be to God. The man accepted. He was blind, but the man did not settle for it. Are you settling with your problem? So he did not accept that bad situation as his destiny, but he was looking for a way out. He positioned himself in a place where he could be seen. The man was ready for his deliverance, and the moment he heard that Jesus was going by, he shouted, "Thou son of David, have mercy on me." But he was rebuked to shut up by those following him. The Bible says he shouted the more, "Thou son of David, have mercy on me." He did not allow anybody to silence him. He did not allow those who like to leave their own problem but focus on other people's problem to intimidate him. Preparation and opportunity work together. So anything you don't prepare for, when the opportunity comes to you, you will never recognize it. I believe the blind Bartimaeus must have been saying, enough is enough. To this my blindness, I'm begging by the roadside every day. Then Jesus showed up himself, and his opportunity for deliverance located him where he was sitting down. It is because he craved for a change and prepared for a change, and he sat down or positioned himself where his change would locate him. So when the opportunity for his change eventually came, he recognized it and he got what he wanted. Your deliverance starts when you know and accept that you have a problem to deal with in your life, and you must believe it is only God that can set you free. Then get ready for your deliverance and position yourself where God is able to locate you, and allow no doubt or discouragement to silence your faith. That sickness in your body is of the devil. You must cry, enough is enough. That delay is not ordinary, it is of the devil. You have to resist it. That storm in your life is beyond ordinary. You have to cry to God for help. Anything that is negative in your life is of the devil. Please don't settle for it. Cry for a change, because life is not a journey and not a destination. Because life is a journey and not a destination. Bible says Jesus called for the blind man when he saw his faith and not his effort, not his labor. He saw his faith. What surprises me most is that the blind man cast away his garment and rose so that it would not weigh him down, and came to Jesus he located Jesus. So as the man cast away his garment, I want every one of us here to cast away our unbelief, to cast away lack of faith and discouragement. Encourage yourself and employ your faith, and let your faith be at work for you, so that you can lay hold on your miracle right now. In a nutshell, if you don't cry, enough is enough. It is so risky for you.